Okay, so last week we discussed and did all labs for the EIGRP, and we have to jump on the OSPF now. So before I jump in the OSPF, Sabir, any questions you have in your mind?
In the
Uh,
EIGRP, we didn't discuss how to advertise the default route if we have the edge device, which is
mm-hmm.
also running the EIGRP.
Okay, no problem. Let me show you right away. That's uh, good questions. So we discuss all the scenario. You want to see the default route advertisement, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, no problem. Let me show you. Let me start this. Okay, give me 1 second. Once it is going to restart, then we'll see that.
So we have any topic like we can discuss EIGRP is talking to OSPF or BGP
Yeah, definitely.
redistribute.
We will do that all complex. Even the default route also I'll inject. The previous lab
Okay.
which I was showing that, right?
Yeah.
That is here you can see. We have the like very complex scenario is going to happen, right? You can see the EIGRP distributions also. And later we'll introduce the BGP redistribution, CIGRP redistribution, OSPF, all three protocol together as well. So we'll go step by step. But let me show you how to inject the default route. So to inject the default route, how the default route is going to be there. Default route is going to be there. Like let's suppose I just add a default route here. Taking examples, might be, let me see if I can open it. Still not booting. Hi, Dinesh.
Hi, sir.
Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Your voice is breaking.
So, sorry for that.
No problem.
Yeah,
Your voice is
there
breaking.
was some. Yeah, I can understand, sir. Sorry for that. I'll be mute. If I got anything, I'll let you know, sir,
Okay.
through chat or on.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So let's boot it. Summarization, Sabir, you watched the video for summarizations or still not?
Yes. Yeah, I watched. I did the practice
And
also.
the route leaking also I explained, right? Leak map and all,
Yes.
right? I believe we just talked
Yes.
about
Yes.
another session when you were there. So myself, Jason was there. So we did all detailed discussion on that, okay? And it was lab tested as well.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Okay. So very easy in the injecting the default route in the EIGRP. There is two method only. In OSPF, we have the various method, like we can use the default information originate always. We can redistribute default route in the OSPF, but in EIGRP, just only one way. We just have to put any static route, default static route, and that route need to be injected in the EIGRP. Let me show you how. So if I just run a command, show IP, EIGRP, never, you'll see that. Okay, so all never is up almost. And let me verify. So if I go here, show IP, yeah, GRP neighbor. Yeah, this is fine. So take an example. If I have one of the route here, let me see. It's a little bit slow. Show IP route. And you see this route is coming from the R5. That's fine. But let's suppose I want to get one default route in this particular routing table. Right now it's not coming from the R5 itself. So I have to inject one of the default route. It could be any default route I can put pointing toward null zero, any specific interface, any destinations, but we have to redistribute that as static route into the EIGRP. No other way we have to inject the default route. So if I go here and run the command show run section EIGRP, see this is the default EIGRP configuration. So if I go in the router EIGRP 100, sorry, and if I put it here, you see here, we do not have any option to inject the default route, but here is a default information, control distribution or default informations. So if I just put this command, right, in or out. So this is just, default routing information. It is going to just, protect where you want to allow or you want to deny. But for us, we have to inject the default route. Then how it is going to happen? This is not going to inject the default route, but it is going to control in inbound direction, outbound direction. So for that, what I have to do that, let's suppose I create one of the dummy route, IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0, and I'll just put null zero. Null zero is just dummy route, okay? But this default route is just originated from this router. I mean, this is the router who just injected a default route. But the moment I create this default route, is it going to advertise here? No. If I just check here, show IP route include 0.0.0, this route is not coming here. Show IP route, there is no default route available because it's a static route. So how it is going to be redistributed? I need to redistribute this route in the EIGRP. So show run section EIGRP, and there is one of the command router EIGRP, and I'll put redistribute static. That's all. Default is going to, you can apply the metric route map and all, but if I just use the default route, which is going to be redistributed in the static, see what is happening here. Is it going to be received by this one? Let me show you. Yes. The moment you did that, you can see this route is start coming on this routing table. Earlier it was not, but if you want to set some specific metric as well, it is also possible you can do that. Right now it is taking a default metric, whatever it is going to be calculated, but I want to just change the manipulate the metric. Let's suppose I want to add the metric as per my requirement. Let's suppose I can just put that 10,000 bandwidth, and this is going to be my delay. This is going to be reliability. This is going to be my what is going to be this is going to be bandwidth. Okay, no, not bandwidth, it's going to be load, and this is going to be MTU. Okay, so I just did it. So metric is going to be set it, and this value is going to be a little bit changed. Let me show you. See, this metric has been changed now. So we have a different parameters. We can change it because we know that metric calculation of the EIGRP, but this is the way you can inject the default route. Okay, Sabir, this is just only one way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Let me, I'll show another way also, but in terms of the inter routing protocols. All right.